Sanders set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Marcus Jones now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Crazy!
Here's May to throw it on first down. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. Not wanting to take a chance this time, we'll keep this one on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Jason Sanders set to kick
Very
off.
one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here's Nixon on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
May now on first and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here goes crazy.
On second down, it's May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field.
At the 41-yard line.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 3.
At the Patriots' 34-yard line.
On the ground, we'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Brings up third.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt.
And it's 3.
Deshaun Nixon, the return man. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Here goes tonight.
To throw now, May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. Let's get it Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Here's May. That's to the left side and taken in by Dill. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Now it's White. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
6-yard pickup.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go again with White. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Robert Spillane spills him out.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And he's into the end zone. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Jets will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
21. Jason Sanders set to kick
After the
off.
touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Patriots, 1st down.
Crazy! Crazy!
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's May. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Jermaine Johnson, the former 1st-round pick, in there to bring him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is May. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. This one caught by Waller. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now May. Back complete to Henderson. Into space past the 25. And he is out of bounds. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Former 3rd overall sacks now on the year.
Go! Steady!
That is quickly out to Diggs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third down.
60 Bobcats! Let's go now! Ready,
To throw is Dobbs. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. Going to bring up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Back! Bronco 80!
Here's Dobbs. Now he'll work his way out right. And that is knocked away. Incomplete. Nice play defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Off we go with the fourth quarter, and it starts with a run by Hall. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. That's quickly out to Smith. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Jets first down.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Jets.
Here comes Hall on this toss to the right. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
Jets. First down. A gain of 29 yards. First down, New York.
On first down, it's White. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
From the 29, here's second down and 6.
Come on, smash!
Another run here with White. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Jets have a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
Trying to keep the drive alive, going to have to convert on third and 9. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. This one is pulled in on the feet and bounds. Yes! Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon.
the kick is good.
We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Seven Pirates! Seven Pirates!
Dobbs. Pass completed to Douglas. He's taken down just shy of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Dobbs to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one caught by the back out of the backfield. They'll break the huddle. Come back now for first and 10.
That's good for a Patriots. First down.
79 Broncos.
First and 10.
Now Dobbs. Forced to his right. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was trying to give that one to Darren Waller. It's second down.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. Cowboy 8, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Dobbs now to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Throwing on third down is May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, New England.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
May to throw again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Throw again is May. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Cisco. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. New England going to take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. A give, and here's White. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Jets first down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great.